Chapter 1, The Spark, a name misspelled. The notification lit up Tex Saygo's phone at 4 a.m., jolting him from restless sleep. Another battle video had dropped on the Trench's YouTube channel, his battle against Snake Eyes. 3 weeks of waiting, 3 weeks of anticipation, and now it was finally here. He clicked the link with the excitement every battle rapper feels when their work goes live. But the excitement died in his throat. There it was again, Tex versus Snake Eyes, not Tex Saygo versus Snake Eyes, just Tex. In most worlds, this would be a minor annoyance, a typo, an oversight, but in battle rap, your name isn't just what people call you. It's your brand, your reputation, your entire identity compressed into a few syllables. And for Tex Saygo, a 35-year-old Philadelphia native who'd spent 8 years in prison before finding his voice in battle rap, that name meant everything. Tex Saygo wasn't just what he called himself on stage, it was what they called him in the streets of North Philly, what he'd earned through respect and authenticity. The Saygo part wasn't decoration, it was declaration. It said he was ready to go, ready for whatever, ready to say what needed saying, but apparently to the Trenches, the battle league that had given him his platform, he was just Tex. This wasn't the first time. His debut battle against Reese Cutter, his second against Jay Moore, battle after battle, flyer after flyer, his name got shortened, chopped, disrespected. And each time it stung a little more. The thing was, Tex genuinely loved the Trenches. Eazy The Block Captain had given him something invaluable, a platform when he had nothing. No battles, no reputation, no following. Just raw talent and 8 years of pent-up stories from behind bars. Eazy had seen something in him and offered him a shot. But gratitude and respect were supposed to flow both ways. Tex scrolled through the comments on the Snake Eyes battle. People were confused. Fans couldn't find the video when searching for his full name. The algorithm seemed as confused by the inconsistent naming as everyone else. For 3 weeks, Tex had been patient. He'd reached out through proper channels, talked to Jay, one of EAZY'S lieutenants, about the issue. The response was always the same. They'd fix it, but nothing ever got fixed. Finally, Tex decided to go straight to the source. Well, as straight as he could get. See, that was another problem. For someone who was supposed to be his manager, Eazy The Block Captain was remarkably hard to reach. Tex had to go through intermediaries, play telephone with his own career. When he finally got Jay on the phone, Tex laid it out simply. He needed them to put Tex Saygo on everything. Thumbnails, flyers, descriptions, everything. That was his name. That was what he went by. Jay assured him it would be handled. Even said they'd send over some paperwork to make it official. 18 hours later, another battle dropped. Tex stared at his phone screen, feeling something crack inside his chest. They'd had the conversation. They'd put it in writing. And still, here he was, reduced to a single syllable again. When he called back, Jay's story had changed. Technical difficulties, he said. SEO optimization, he claimed. Some nonsense about shorter names performing better in search results. Tex knew bullshit when he heard it. After all, Eazy's own name was originally just Eazy. But when search results got confusing with other rappers named Eazy, he'd added the Block Captain. Same logic should apply to Tex, right? But apparently not. The disrespect was systematic now, purposeful. And when Tex finally expressed his frustration in a Twitter space, not mentioning names, not starting drama, just talking about artists deserving basic respect, that's when Eazy decided to respond. But he didn't call Tex, didn't send a text, didn't handle it behind closed doors like business partners should. Instead, Eazy went live on YouTube in front of thousands of viewers. Chapter 2, The Breakdown, where things went wrong. The words that came through the stream hit Tex like physical blows. Eazy called him ungrateful, said these artists thought they deserved more than they actually did, called him crazy, unreliable. For someone who'd built his reputation on authenticity and respect, it was character assassination. But Eazy wasn't done. He claimed he'd created Tex, made him who he was. Said Tex was biting the hand that fed him over some clerical error. Then came the words that changed everything. I'm going to make it uncomfortable for him. Make it uncomfortable. In the streets, those weren't just words, they were a threat. Tex felt 8 years of prison survival instincts kick in. You don't let threats slide, you can't. Respect is the only currency that matters when you have nothing else, and once you let someone take it, everyone else will follow. So Tex responded, not with violence, but with truth. He hopped into Twitter Spaces and laid out his side of the story. Every conversation, every lie, every broken promise. He talked about how he'd never asked for money, never demanded special treatment, never even asked for better battles, just wanted his name spelled right. My name is all I got in this culture, and I built that brick by brick, Tex said during the heated exchange. I never needed nobody to hold my hand, just needed them to spell my name right on the flyer. The battle rap community watched in real time as the relationship imploded. Tex revealed that Eazy was hard to reach, that communication went through intermediaries, that promises were made and broken repeatedly. He talked about contracts, about feeling disposable, about the loneliness of caring more about your brand than anyone else did. But the moment that broke everything was when Tex addressed the threat directly. His voice dropped to something cold and dangerous as he reminded everyone that they were men first before they were anything else. And when it came to street-level respect, Eazy didn't want that kind of smoke. The spaces went silent. Everyone understood what had just happened. This wasn't about battle rap anymore. This was about something deeper, older, more fundamental. Street code versus business code. Respect versus hierarchy. The culture versus the industry. From Eazy's perspective, things looked completely different. Eazy The Block Captain had built the trenches from nothing. Every relationship, every sponsor, every fan, he'd cultivated them personally. He'd navigated the industry's pitfalls, survived its politics, and somehow managed to build something real, something lasting. And now he was watching an artist he'd personally discovered threatening to burn it all down over a title card. When Eazy first discovered Tex, he saw something special. Raw talent that just needed direction. He'd given him battles when nobody knew his name. He'd put him on cards with established veterans. He'd even personally coached him on his performance, his delivery, his presence. And now, here was Tex, acting like the trenches owed him something. From Eazy's chair in his dimly lit home studio, the betrayal felt personal. He'd gone to bat for Tex, defended him to sponsors who weren't sure about putting money behind an unknown, trusted him with main events when others said he wasn't ready. The name thing? That was nothing. A technical issue with YouTube's monetization. The battle had been at risk of getting demonetized, costing everyone money, and they'd had to make quick adjustments to the title. They tried multiple iterations and finally found one that worked. It wasn't personal, it was business. And besides, who did Tex think he was? In this industry, you paid your dues before you made demands. You showed gratitude, not attitude. You understood that leagues took all the financial risk while artists got all the glory. I created you, Eazy said during his live stream, the words hanging heavy in the air. You think you made yourself? I gave you a platform when nobody knew your name, and this is how you repay me? Over some letters on a screen? But as he said those words, something in Eazy's gut told him he'd gone too far. The truth was, nobody created anybody in battle rap. Talent was talent. All the league could do was spotlight it. Still, he couldn't back down now, not publicly, not with everyone watching. So he doubled down, made that comment about making things uncomfortable, a throwaway line he'd regret the moment it left his lips. Then Tex had responded, and suddenly what should have been a private business disagreement had become a public spectacle. Worse, it had veered into territory that went beyond battle rap, into street politics, into real-life consequences. The business partner in Eazy wanted to salvage the relationship. The prideful man in him refused to bend, and so they both lost. Chapter 3, in the world of battle rap, in the aftermath, as blogs picked up the story and battle rap Twitter chose sides, both men probably realized the same thing. They'd both lost something they couldn't get back. Eazy had lost an artist who genuinely believed in his vision, someone who defended him countless times, someone who battled for free just to help build the brand. In trying to assert dominance, he'd created exactly the kind of public drama that makes other artists wary of signing with you. Tex had lost his platform, his team, his family in the battle rap world. But more than that, he'd learned a painful lesson about the distance between gratitude and respect, between being given opportunities and being valued. The real tragedy was how easily it all could have been avoided. A simple conversation, a moment of listening, a recognition that dignity isn't negotiable, even when, especially when, someone holds power over your career. Instead, two men who should have been building something together ended up tearing it all down over the most basic thing in the world, a name on a flyer. In battle rap, like in life, sometimes the smallest disrespects reveal the biggest truths, and sometimes the price of pride is everything you work to build. The culture watched as it always does, absorbing the lessons. That empire building is fragile work, that loyalty runs both ways, that communication prevents catastrophe, that behind all the bravado and bars, these were just men trying to be respected in a world that rarely offers it freely. In the weeks that followed, both men moved on. Tex to independent platforms, Eazy to new talent. But the story of their falling out became cautionary tale and gossip fodder. Battle rap historians would cite it for years as the textbook example of how not to handle artist relations, how egos can destroy partnerships, how quickly words can escalate beyond repair. And somewhere in Philadelphia, two men who once stood on the same side now passed each other like strangers, each convinced they were right, each privately wondering if the price of their pride had been worth what they'd lost. Because in battle rap, your name is everything, but the respect behind it, that's what truly can't be replaced.
Yeah, listen up, let me tell you about respect. All I asked for was my name spelled correct. Tex Saygo on the fly, that's all I need. But y'all keep playing games, planting bitter seeds. I came up through the trenches, pure organic rise. No battles nowhere else, that ain't no disguise. Put in work for the brand, defended every night. Now you threaten me on live? Man, that ain't right. Called the league direct, got lies every time. Asked about my battle, they said everything's fine. 3 weeks waiting while my views stay low. Something ain't adding up, I need to know. I never asked for flights, never ask for cash. Just put my full name, but why is that such a clash? You say you made me, then make another one. Find a pure artist, see if it can be done. 8 battles deep, yeah, I know where I stand, but don't disrespect me, I'm still a grown man. From Philly streets to these Twitter spaces, I earned my stripes, been through all the places. Put my name on the title, spell it right. Tex Saygo, that's my brand, that's my fight. Respect the artist, respect the grind. What's the truth, let's define. Forget the politics and drama, let's leave it all behind. Young boy, let me set the record straight. You talking about creation like it's up for debate. I gave you the platform when you had nothing to show. Now you wanna bite the hand that helped you grow. Yeah, mistakes happen with the graphics and such, but you acting like we playing this personal touch. It's business, not malice, just miscommunication. You turn a simple error into this confrontation. You say you defended me in all these spaces, but where's that loyalty in these current cases? The moment things get rough, you run to the crowd. Instead of picking up the phone, you get loud. I seen 100 artists come and go through here. Some had more talent, but they disappeared. It takes more than bars to build a lasting name. I taught you the business side of this game. You want your respect, then handle this right. Don't air dirty laundry every single night. The trenches made you visible, that's a fact. Now show some maturity, that's all I ask back. Put my name on the title, ain't spell it right. Tex Saygo, that's my brand, that's my fight. Respect the artist, respect the grind. What's the truth, let's define. Forget the politics and drama, let's leave it all behind. Maybe if we talk instead of going to war, could've solved this behind the closed doors. 2 grown men working out the confusion instead of public spaces and mass delusion. Text calling up, yo Eazy, what's the deal with my name on the flyer? Keep it real, Eazy responding, my bad, that's an oversight. We'll fix it going forward, make sure it's right. I respect what you built here, appreciate the shot. Just want my brand protected, that means a lot. I feel you completely, that's your livelihood. Let's tighten up the process, make it understood. No threats, no disrespect, just mutual gain. 2 professionals handling business through the pain. The trenches keeps growing, artists feeling secure. Communication flowing, foundation staying pure. Building something bigger than our individual pride. Working as a team with transparency as God. That's how legends form and empires get built. On respect and understanding, not anger and guilt.
It's the Algorithm Institute where the stories are told. From the battle rap culture, speaking facts that we know. It's the Algorithm Institute. Go like and subscribe if you digging the content that we provide. If you listen to us, you ain't hearing no lies. We better than the mother bloggers all combined. It's the Algorithm Institute of battle rap. It's the Algorithm Institute of battle rap. We reply to every comment.